What's up, guys, and welcome to another exciting Fabo module with international media support. Today we're talking about constructive journalism. Now, this is an idea that's really often misunderstood. There was an old traditional media maxim: if it bleeds, it leads. Bloody front pages of newspapers sold more newspapers. Since the days of the Vietnam War, if they had negativity, people would often resonate with bad news. They'd want to watch those stories. But our generation, who have had fear and often negativity piped into our cell phones from the day that we were born, whether it was terror attacks or a recession, we don't necessarily want to engage or share those stories, even though they are important. We're looking for constructive journalism. Now, what am I talking about? It's not fluff or PR or spin or soft journalism or soft stories. It's more the way we approach stories. Sometimes it's solutions-based storytelling, where you very literally have a solution to problems in society, like, hey, there's too much pollution with tires, so here's a group of people turning those tires into furniture. Or, hey, in this community there's a lot of excess bones from the butchers, so here's somebody that's making that into jewelry. But that's a very literal problem solution. Often you're sometimes dealing with a topic in a very constructive way, like maybe a country has a racism problem and you're dealing with it by bringing people together to have discussions and constructive conversations, as opposed to polarizing pieces of content. So at #OurStories, we publish a bunch of shows. And for example, we have Our Minds, which looks at mental health, but we can address mental health in a very constructive way by offering people solutions to how they can deal with their mental health or identify if they might have some of the symptoms of a mental health problem. Or we have a show called Our Money, but it's not looking at just the economics or like money per se. It's looking at entrepreneurs that are making the world a better place through their businesses. I personally believe that it's more difficult to come up with a constructive journalism angle than it is to do a traditional journalism angle, because you've got to really think about solutions to problems. You've got to really think about how to talk about things in a constructive way and take the story forward. But I think it's really important that all journalists and media organizations start to prioritize constructive journalism, and here's why. We are rapidly entering an age of robo-journalism, where algorithms can write a lot of stories, right? If you look at the Olympics, for example, or even the US stock market, we often find that algorithms are able to write wire copy. This person ran this race in this time at this venue. And we're going to see that trend take place more and more across the journalism landscape, the automation of writing and even other forms of journalism. Now, in a world where automation is taking place, and where audiences can access information like what happened, where it happened, who did it on social media in a verified way before journalists can deliver it to them, what is the role of a journalist anymore? Why do we need journalists when people can get the facts about what happened in a location? For example, hey, there was a fire in Gold Coast Surfers Paradise today, 2 people were injured, and they put it out by 4 p.m. That could all be automated by an algorithm, or you could get delivered on your Twitter feed. The really important parts of journalism that I think we need to focus on are the why and the how, the context of why things happen. And for me, and the how is like, how can we make things better? And that's why I think really focusing your skills in on constructive journalism and finding solutions to problems in society and talking about stereotypes and these kinds of things in a constructive way and offering solutions on how we can improve society is a really interesting and exciting place for journalists to be investing their thought and their time and their energy as we approach the future and try to engage young audiences. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video with the IMS International Media Support. Thank you.